Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation this evening at 8 p.m. on vital aspects relating to COVID-19. WHO says India has tremendous capacity in eradicating the virus. I&B Ministry directs all states and union territories to ensure operational continuity of media for essential information dissemination. In Madhya Pradesh, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan wins trust vote. Election Commission defers Rajya Sabha elections scheduled on the 26th of this month. Jammu and Kashmir administration announces advanced 2-month ration to all eligible consumers in the wake of COVID-19. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the nation at 8 p.m. today. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said he will speak on vital aspects relating to the menace of COVID-19. Our correspondent reports this will be the Prime Minister's second address in 6 days on the outbreak.
The Prime Minister had stressed on social distancing as a necessary measure to contain the spread of the novel coronavirus. He asked citizens to observe Janata Curfew on 22nd March and advised those over the age of 60 to remain inside their homes. Mr. Modi gave 9 calls to action, urging everyone to avoid stepping out of homes unless absolutely essential. He said people should avoid going to hospitals for routine checkups. On the economic front, Prime Minister announced formation of COVID-19 Economic Response Task to comprehensively look at ways to boost economy. He also asked people to not cut wages of those working in homes, support staff, drivers and gardeners. He assured that the country has enough food and ration supplies and asked everyone to stay away from rumors. Prime Minister has asked people to take the lockdown seriously and follow instructions to save themselves and their families. Suparna Saikya, AIR News, Delhi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that many people are still not taking the lockdown seriously. In a tweet, he urged people to follow instructions seriously and save themselves and their families. He said he has requested the state governments to get the rules and laws followed. The Prime Minister has urged media representatives to launch Stay Home campaign so that citizens can understand the gravity of the situation and take the lockdown seriously. The Prime Minister interacted with media heads through video conferencing over the COVID-19 outbreak yesterday. As many as 30 states and union territories have announced complete lockdown in view of COVID-19 outbreak. The lockdown covers 548 districts across the country. Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa has appealed to public to stay at home and stay safe and celebrate Ugadi New Year tomorrow at home without gathering in large numbers in public places. Speaking to media persons in Bengaluru this morning, he said social distancing alone can prevent COVID-19 pandemic. He warned that pandemic prevailing in urban areas will spread to rural areas if drastic measures are not followed for the next 8 days. Later, Chief Minister announced in the Legislative Assembly today that Social Security pension, Narega wages and ration provisions will be given in advance. In Maharashtra, 4 more coronavirus cases were detected today, taking the total number of COVID patients in the state to 101. In another report, 12 patients were tested negative. More from our correspondent.
Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh informed that the police today raided a cache of 25,000 masks worth 15 crore rupees from Bandra in suburban Mumbai. The Mumbai civic body has informed that work of sanitization of municipal hospitals is underway jointly with the help of team of Mumbai Fire Services. Besides, quick response vehicle is being used to spray disinfectant sodium hydrochloride solution diluted in water. Police vehicles were seen making announcements urging people to stay indoors in wake of curfew in the state. With Sonali Gadar Patil, Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Rajasthan, operations of all private vehicles has been banned from today morning and toll plazas of the state highways have also been closed from last night. A report from our correspondent.
Curfew remains in force in both cities. More than 11 lakh people have been screened so far. However, the matter of relief is that no new patients have been found positive in the last 24 hours. Strict action is being taken to maintain lockdown in the rest of the state. Action is being taken against those who are spreading misleading information through social media and do not follow the instructions. 1 lakh bed capacity is being developed in the entire state for isolation. Private hospitals having 100 beds capacity have also been instructed to reserve 25% of beds for corona patients. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
Our Thiruvananthapuram correspondent has filed this report.
As Kerala continues to be in lockdown, surveillance across the state is tightened. The worst hit Kasaragod district is under more stringent guidelines. State boundaries are closed. Only essential services are functioning in the state now. Essential commodities shops are open from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Medical stores are functioning without any time limit. People at large are cooperating with the guidelines. Mayusha for AR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
Partial lockdowns have been imposed in Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha, 17 districts in Uttar Pradesh, 37 districts in Madhya Pradesh and 5 districts in Odisha have been put under the lockdown. The Union Territory of Lakshadweep has only imposed restrictions on certain activities so far. The total number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 rose to 492 in the country with 9 deaths. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has confirmed that 37 patients have been cured and discharged so far. Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, has said that more than 20,000 samples from 19,817 individuals have been tested in the country so far. Meanwhile, a study done by ICMR has showed that strict implementation of preventive measures like social distancing, home quarantine of symptomatics and suspected cases will reduce the overall expected number of cases by 62% and the peak number of cases by 89%. Amidst the concerns arising out of the spread of coronavirus, there is no need to panic as COVID-19 can be cured. A total of 37 patients have been cured and discharged in the country so far. Our correspondent spoke to Rohit Datta from Delhi, who is a COVID-19 survivor.
I am in front of you. I have survived corona, and we need to trust our doctors, our health ministry. Whatever advices which government are giving, we need to adhere to that. We need to understand that it can come to anybody. If it can come to me, it can go to anybody. So we just need to have precautions.
Some more details.
First Made in India test kit to diagnose COVID-19 has got the commercial approval by the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, CDSCO. ICMR has recommended hydroxychloroquine for healthcare workers, persons caring for COVID-19 patients in households. The first human trial of a vaccine against novel coronavirus by a Boston-based biotech firm began last week. The first of the 45 healthy volunteers received the first dose of experimental vaccine. It will also provide an insight into how the immune system can fight the virus. A Pune-based COVID couple has tested negative after 14 days of quarantine at a hospital. They were part of a tourist group which returned to Mumbai from Dubai on 1st of March. In Ladakh, an innovative youth, Temchos Gurmate, has come up with an innovative zero-hand touch wash basin to fight with coronavirus.
Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has directed all states and union territories to ensure operational continuity of print and electronic media in view of the coronavirus outbreak. In a letter to all chief secretaries of states and union territories, the ministry said robust and essential information dissemination networks at this juncture are of utmost importance to ensure timely and authentic information dissemination. It said the proper functioning of these networks is required not only to create awareness among people and to give important messages, but also to keep the nation updated of the latest status. The ministry said false and fake news should be avoided and good practices need to be promoted, and these networks play a pivotal role. In Tamil Nadu, 114 stranded Indian passengers at Kuala Lumpur Airport have been brought to Chennai last night. They landed in a special Air Asia flight. All the passengers were subjected to screening and 9 suspicious cases were admitted into the isolation ward at the government Rajiv Gandhi General Hospital in Chennai for further observations. Others were taken to the Indian Air Force Hospital in nearby Tambaram for the mandatory quarantine procedure. This is the third batch of stranded Indians brought back from Kuala Lumpur after the suspension of international travel in the wake of the COVID-19 outbreak. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. India, which led the world in eradicating two silent killers, smallpox and polio in the past, has a tremendous capacity in eradicating the deadly coronavirus pandemic, according to a top WHO official. India, through targeted public intervention, ended smallpox and gave a great gift to the world. India also eradicated polio, said the Executive Director of the World Health Organization, Michael Ryan, during a press conference in Geneva yesterday on the COVID-19 pandemic. India has tremendous capacities. It is exceptionally important that countries like India lead the way to show the world what can be done, Ryan said.
India led the world eradicating two silent killers or eliminating them in the country, smallpox, polio, and did tremendous job on surveillance and finding cases and vaccinating and doing all the things that need to be done. So India has tremendous capacities.
The chemistry department of the Manipur University has made 500 bottles of ethyl alcohol-based hand sanitizers in the wake of the coronavirus outbreak. Initially, 200 bottles of hand sanitizers were made, weighing 200 ml each. Ethyl alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, glycerol and distilled water were used to make the sanitizer in the laboratory. The sanitizers were distributed among the varsity community. Around 300 bottles of sanitizers were made last Saturday, and the bottles will be distributed among local people if they approach the university. The university is in a position to make another 1,000 bottles. In Madhya Pradesh, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan proved his majority by winning the trust vote in the Assembly today. The Congress MLAs boycotted the State Assembly proceedings of the day, and the House has now been adjourned till the 27th of March. Madhya Pradesh Assembly Speaker N.T. Prajapati had resigned late yesterday night, hours after Mr. Chauhan took oath as Chief Minister of the state. Mr. Chauhan was back as the Chief Minister yesterday for a record fourth term. The legislator from Bujni took oath of office at a simple function in Raj Bhavan last night, where he was sworn in by Governor Lalji Tandon. Earlier, Mr. Kamal Nath had to resign as Chief Minister last week after his government lost majority following the resignation of 22 Congress MLAs. In the 230-member assembly, the BJP has 107 legislators. The Congress strength has now been reduced to 92 following the resignation of 22 of its MLAs. At present, 24 seats in the assembly are lying vacant, reducing the size of the House to 206. The Election Commission has deferred the Rajya Sabha elections scheduled to be held on the 26th of this month. The decision has been taken in the wake of the current situation and lockdown imposed due to COVID-19 outbreak. The election to fill up 55 seats in the upper house was to be held on the 26th of March, but 37 candidates have already been elected unopposed. Now, election was to be held for the remaining 18 seats. The Commission said it has reviewed the prevailing situation of public health emergency in detail and deferred the polls. Fresh date of poll and counting for the biennial elections will be announced in due course after reviewing the prevailing situation. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah was released today after nearly 8 months of detention. He was initially detained under preventive custody in August last year and later slapped with the Public Safety Act on the 5th of February. His release order was issued after charges under the PSA were revoked. His release comes 2 weeks after the release of his father and former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Dr. Farooq Abdullah. In Jammu and Kashmir, Pakistan Army violated ceasefire along the line of control in Mendhar and Hiranagar sectors in the intervening night. And before we end the bulletin, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation this evening at 8 p.m. on vital aspects relating to COVID-19. WHO says India has tremendous capacity in eradicating the virus. INB Ministry directs all states and union territories to ensure operational continuity of media for essential information dissemination. In Madhya Pradesh, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan wins trust vote Election Commission defers Rajya Sabha elections scheduled on the 26th of this month. And Jammu and Kashmir administration announces advance 2-month ration to all eligible consumers in the wake of COVID-19. And with that, we end the midday news.